Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, I do appreciate you stopping by. Guys, I did this beer about 4 years ago. I've done a couple of bourbon barrel versions since then. This is the regular version of their Superior Night Imperial Stout from Thirsty Dog Brewing. Was sent to me by my brother Rico. These guys didn't date their stuff then. He's thinking that from the note he sent here that it was a 2015, but he's not sure. It says no date on it, so I don't know if they're dating their stuff now, and if they're not, they suck. If they're big enough to date their stuff. So with that being said, if you're not dating your stuff, the Thirsty Dog, step up to the plate, do the right thing, date your stuff. Whether you're going to put it on the back label, stamp it on the bottle in bright yellow, blue, or white ink so you can read it, not dark black, which you cannot see with a dark beer in the bottle on a dark brown bottle on top of that. Step up to the plate, do the right thing, guys. I would not buy their beers not knowing the vintage or the date of the beers. So Rico spent his hard-earned money on it, sent it to me, and it's been selling for quite a while in my fridge. So we're going to do this, and if it's an excellent beer, I'm going to tell you that. They're not going to get an A+ not having a date on it, I'll tell you that. So it could be an A+ beer in an A bottle. And it could not. We're going to find out here in just a second. 9.7%, 58 IBUs. So they're giving us that information on the label, but no dating. So come on, what's wrong with you? You smoking crack? You on drugs? What's up? So with that being said, guys, I would not buy this beer before I've even opened it without some kind of vintage or dating on it. That's just me. That's my OCD. I want to know before I spend my money on it, when was it put in the bottle? If you can't tell me that, I'm not going to give you my money. Bottom line, just my opinion. So let's jump over to Untapped. Untapped says Imperial Stouts are by far the granddaddy of all stouts. I think the bourbon barrel versions are probably more of the granddaddy than this. They are very, very dark, rich, and deep roasted, satisfying flavor. Superior Night is made in this tradition. It is creamy and full-bodied with a complex character from generous amounts of roasted, toasted, and caramel malts. For those who demand flavor, this is the perfect libation. Bronze medal winner at the 2003 Great American Beer Festival, GABF. So, to be honest, I have had the bourbon barrel version of this, and I find it more tasty than this version. But it's been quite a few years since I've done this version, so we're going to do it. He sent it to me, and I've had it for a while. We're going to get it out of the fridge. We're going to do it now. So, let's do it. Stop talking, start pouring. Little hiss, not much smoke. Into the glass we go. We're going to go straight down the center on this pour, guys. That's about as aggressive as I can pour the beer. And we might be able to find some other dating on it once it's sweating now. I can't see anything on it. So when we come back with the final chug, we'll look at the bottle and see if there's anything else that I can see. About a finger of head on that pour. It's pitch black, guys. It is dark as night. So good looking stout. To the nose we go. Rich roasted malt, hints of caramel toffee, black molasses. Has a bitter smell to it. I'm not getting a whole lot of bittersweet chocolate on the nose or any kind of dark fruit on the nose, but they may come out once it warms up to room temperature, which we always do. So, let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, my brother Rico. Thank you, sir. This reminds me of Great Divide Yeti series. It says a 58 IBUs, but to me it tastes like it's more than that. It sounds like it's in the 70s or 80s in as far as the IBUs. It does have a bitter back end taste to me. Little bit of cocoa or chocolate, bittersweet chocolate coming out now. And some of that might open up more if we let it come up to room temperature because it's cold out of the fridge. And it seemed like the second sip had a little bit more of that in it than the first one. So, and this beer has won a lot of awards. So it is a tasty beer. On the back, they pat themselves on the back a lot here. It says 2006 GBF bronze medal winner, 2005 GBF gold medal winner, and 2003 GBF bronze medal winner. So they won the bronze twice and the gold once. So a very well made beer, no doubt about that. And like I said, we'll check the bottle, see if there's any other kind of dating on it. He couldn't see anything before it was refrigerated, and I doubt if I'm going to find anything, but these guys are big enough to do that. So that would be the reason why I would leave it sitting on the shelf. If you can't do that and tell me when it was bottled, just in case I was a young buck and wanted to do a vertical of a couple of different years, which I don't do anymore, need to know that. Is this a 2015, 2016, 2018, 2019, 2010? What am I buying? What am I drinking? Tell me that. And if you don't want to tell me that, I don't want to buy your beers. So it's coming to the point where in 2019, if you're not dating your beers, you suck out loud. And I'm going to be just as blunt as I can be with that. You need to do that. I don't give a damn whether you're brewery only release or you're distributing your beers. Put the freaking date on it, or I'm not going to buy your beers. I will review them when they're sent to me, but I'm not going to spend my money on it if you can't at least do that. On the bottle, on the label somewhere, on stamping ink, on the can, on the bottom, somewhere. It needs to have the ABV, it needs to have, the IBUs aren't critical, or it needs to have some kind of dating on it, guys. Imperial Stout, I'm fine with the vintage. I'd much rather have the month and the year. The date's not critical. It doesn't matter what day of the month it is, but tell me whether it was done in January, July, or December, so I know whether it's beginning of the year, middle of the year, end of the year. So give me more information if you want my money, if you want me to buy your product. So if you don't want to do that, I don't want to give you my money. I'm not going to. It's not going to happen. We'll let some other sucker that don't know shit from apple butter buy your beers. Because I do know shit from apple butter. I hate to be that blunt about it, but it is what it is. It's gone on too long, these breweries that are not dating their stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, homie ain't going to play that. I'm not going to buy your stuff. So it is what it is. So we're going to sip on this and see if I can detect any other flavors, and we'll check the bottle when I come back and see what's going on. No beer is going to get an A+ for me any longer if it doesn't have the ABV and the date on it anymore. I don't give a damn if it's a 11 or a 12 in a scale of 10. You will not get to 10+ from me. Not going to happen anymore. It's time for y'all to step up to the plate. So let me sip on it. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping up for quite a while now. Decent beer. It's a well-made beer, but there is no dating on this bottle. Whether they're doing it now or not, that would be the reason why I would purchase it or not. I looked at the bottle when I come back, and there's absolutely nothing on it, guys. So if they're going to be in this game, they need at least, bottom line, put a vintage on it. And it'd be better if they would tell us a month and a year, so we know whether it's beginning of the year, middle of the year, end of the year. Not super critical, but I'd like to know that myself. Because I can't tell you how old this beer is. Whether it's 2, 3, 5, 10 years old, I don't have any idea, guys. So I think they do this beer, or they're still doing this beer. So I don't know if the ABV is the same, changes. That's another reason why to have the date on it, so you know if you look at the ABV and it's different from what you've seen before, or you have a vertical you want to do and there's two different ABVs, to have the year on it so you know. So that is the bottom line to me, whether I will spend my money and purchase your beers. If you do not think it's important enough for me to know how old the beer is, I don't think it's important enough for me to spend my money on it. Bottom line. So whether this beer is distributed to this part of Virginia or not, I will not buy it if it doesn't have a vintage, or at least a vintage, if not the month and the year somewhere on the bottle, to know what I'm buying and what I'm drinking. So until you step up to the plate, homie ain't gonna spend his money on your beer. But I do review these when they're sent to me, like Rico has sent me this one. I do think it's an enjoyable beer. I don't think it's world class or anything like that outstanding, but I do think it's a well-made beer. It is very enjoyable. The alcohol is very well hidden for a 9.7%er. It has cellared very well, not knowing the year of what it is. So if you have one of these in your cellar, it does cellar very well, guys. And I think it's a tasty beer. But I am very disappointed that these guys don't think it's important enough to put some kind of dating or vintage on it. So, with that being said, let's do the final chug and quit beating that dead horse. Beating a dead horse is useless. All I can do is fuss a little bit about it, and sometimes they hear me, sometimes they don't care. So, I won't spend my money on it until you do. So, final chug. To me, guys, my honest opinion, it's an A+ beer and a B+ bottle. I mean, a A- beer and a B+ bottle. I'm gonna give it an 89. That's where I'm gonna put this beer. Top of the line in the B category, kicking the door down to be an A- category. If it had a vintage on it or some kind of dating on it, it would probably get the A-. It is a very enjoyable. The alcohol is very well hidden now that I've let it come up to room temperature. Very enjoyable. A very nice Imperial Stout. I do like the Imperial bourbon barrel aged version a little better than this, but that's just my preference. I like those bourbon notes. And this was not claiming to be, so it is what it is. So let's jump over to Beer Advocate. They say 92 outstanding. Not quite there yet. Until they learn to put a date or a vintage on it, they're not going to get that score from me. Over to Untappd, they have it at 3.95. That's exactly where I am putting it, B+ range. So if you've had this Siberian Night from Thirsty Dog Brewing, let me know what you think. And if you've seen anything from them recently as far as the Siberian Night and it has some kind of dating on it, I would be very pleased to hear that. And post those in the comments there that they are dating now or putting a vintage on it or something other than just producing these beers and sending them out. So if you've had this Siberian Night from Thirsty Dog, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.